Okay, hi, we're going to be solving on page 516, numbers 34 and 35. Lots of people had questions with these, solving rational equations. Whenever you're solving any kind of rational equation, anything with fractions, just tell yourself, I want to get rid of fractions. Most people don't like working with fractions anyways, so this is a great way to do it, is to get rid of the fractions. And we call that our least common multiple, least common denominator. We want to get rid of them. The way you find that is we multiply all of our denominators together. I get 6 and y minus 1. I'm going to get rid of the denominators by multiplying each of my terms by this LCM, this 6y minus 1. I leave it in this form. I don't distribute it out yet because you'll see why it makes life easier for canceling. So I'm going to take that 6y minus 1 and multiply it by each of these terms. So I'm going to say 6y minus 1 times 1, which is my first term there, plus 6y minus 1 times my second term here, 5 over y minus 1 equals 6 times 1, all times my third term, which is 7 over 6. And the reason why I left it in the LCM is because now look how nice and easy we can cancel some things. On this one, we're just going to multiply across or distribute out. We'll get 6y minus 6. And we're done with that first term. Plus, on this one, we have y minus 1 on the top and on the bottom, so those can cancel, and we're left with just 6 times y, a pretty 30. Equals, here I have 6 times y minus 1 times 7 over 6. The 6's can cancel, and all I can do is distribute, and that makes that 7y minus 7. And now we have a nice, easy algebra problem. I combine my like terms. This is a 6 here, sorry. Combine my like terms, solve for y. So I have 6y minus 6 plus 30. We can combine that to be 6y plus 24 equals, on this side, nothing to combine. Now solve for x. I'm going to minus 7y minus 7y. That cancels that. I get a negative y plus 24 equals negative 7. I'm going to subtract 24. Subtract 24. I get a negative y equals a negative 31. Can't end with that negative, so I divide by a negative 1. Divide by a negative 1. That cancels. So I get y equals 31. And you just solved it. The part that I think most caught up on is this right here. Once you can do that, when you realize all I'm doing is multiplying each of my terms by that LCM, then it makes life really easy and we can just solve for y.